let's talk about ordinals now. So technically, a really important thing to note here is that, up until a year ago, putting art on Bitcoin was something that just wasn't really possible, and nobody was really doing it. It wasn't really discovered. Let's say it like that. And just the vibe in the community, the last decade was usually people who are trying to change Bitcoin or innovate in some way were usually met with a lot of resistance. There was people with basically fire torches and pitchforks going after them. So just innovating in this ecosystem wasn't really something that was necessarily encouraged, and just you didn't really feel motivated as a creative to do something here. All of this changed last year when Casey, this person who actually introduced this idea of ordinal theory, realized that now we can actually put art onto Bitcoin. So technically, just to simplify what it really means, it means that now you can actually take a little piece of Bitcoin, and the smallest unit of Bitcoin is called a Satoshi, or short, we call it SAT. So it's 100 millionth piece of Bitcoin, like a little particle. So what you can do is you can take this little piece. Imagine if it's a coin, let's say a penny. You have a dollar, would be metaphorically a Bitcoin, and then you can exchange it to little pennies. Imagine if you take that penny and you take a knife and you literally inscribe, let's say your like a sun or sunshine there, or your initials or something. You inscribe in this penny, and this penny is still part of the monetary system, but it has your inscription on it. That's exactly what ordinals are. So you can take any piece, the smallest unit of Bitcoin, and you can inscribe onto it an artwork. And what you can inscribe, it's actually the ranges are huge. So you can put images, you can put 3D files, you can put code. It's actually limitless what you can do in just those couple of files just creatively. However, only constraint you do have is actually the size of your of the thing you're putting there, because have in mind, the more larger the file is, the more expensive it's going to be. So that's actually now where actually creativity comes into place. And I think some of these limitations actually give birth to very exciting just new approaches to how do you create an artwork that can fit in these constraints, but still give you a conceptual and aesthetic effect that you want to achieve as an artist. So that's essentially what ordinals are. So literally taking the smallest unit of a Bitcoin called SAT, and then you can put now an image, an artwork, a file, or whatever onto that little SAT, and that inscription is forever now tied to this little piece of a Bitcoin called a SAT.